So here I'm going to talk quick about cleaning windows in areas like above sinks, other areas that might not be as easily accessed as windows that are clear of other things or obstacles that we need to climb over. So this is a real common scenario where you walk up to a kitchen sink. Clients get an email prior to an appointment, and it asks folks to kind of move different things in front of windows. It's really common to get to a project, and this is still the case. So what we do is all these things are hazards, and a lot of times people have, they might be valuable, if anything, just they might hold some value to them, sentimental value. So what we'll do, we'll move all these things down off the ledge, keeping in mind where everything's at as we're moving it. I want to make sure it's out of the way. Usually what I'll do is move kind of the stuff on the right side to the right side, the stuff on the left side to the left side. Just kind of helps me put that down. When we have things here that are like plugged in, if the cord is long enough, go ahead and just set it down. If it's not, you may have to unplug it. It's kind of embarrassing. It's happened to me before where I don't move something like little like this. I'll leave it there just thinking it's just fine. And then I'll get up to clean the window and then my elbow will hit it and I'll go, shooting across the counter. So anyways, move everything that might fall down or break out of the way. I got my little 2-foot ladder here. So one thing you want to always keep in mind, if there's any kind of rug or anything in front of the kitchen sink, which is common, you're going to want to move that out of the way. Rugs tend to, even if they have an anti-slip deal underneath it, the rugs, if you're up on a ladder and you're standing and you're putting that weight down and out, that rug could slip out, and it's happened to me. And what I've learned is just roll the rug up, just put it out of the way. We typically don't want to slide rugs, especially heavy rugs, because they can damage floors. So we'll just roll it up, put it out of the way, put our ladder down. We get up on the ladder. Now, what I'm seeing here, I'm not able to reach the window. So what we could do is put a knee up on the counter, or get up here to clean these windows. Now, one thing we always want to talk to the client before we do that sort of thing. The likelihood of them saying no is slim, although they might. So just asking a client, showing them that we care about their home, about their counter, we just respect their space. So if the client's around, just ask the client, like, hey, those kitchen windows, I can't quite reach them. Do you mind if I put a knee up on the counter to get to them? They're probably going to say, yeah, great, that's just fine. Although, they might not. Good thing we asked. So, if that's the case, we have a little 2-foot long pole in the truck, different things we can use to try to get to the glass. It's preferable to get up and be able to use our hands. It does a better job. After we're done cleaning the window, we take everything, move it aside, put that rug back, and then we reposition everything up on the counter where we got it from. I'm typically not perfect at getting everything back where it was. I do the best I can. Although you can let the client know you had to move a few things, and usually they appreciate that you did more than it would bother them to put anything back. So here we got some flower petals that fell on the counter. I'm just going to pick those up, find a trash can, or ask the client where we can put these, and we'll put these in the trash can. There's one right here. So one other thing I'd like to add, now that we've got this window cleaned, there are other areas in a home that might have obstacles in front of the glass that make it difficult to reach. One of those areas would be in a bedroom. We don't move beds as a company. So if we're in a bedroom and say they have some transom windows or a set of windows above their bed, and it's impossible to get to the windows without moving the bed, or getting on top of the bed, we want to ask the client before we do that. A lot of times there's throw pillows up on the bed, and what we'll do typically, if they've got these decorative pillows stacked up, is we'll just kind of move them towards the end of the bed in the same sequence that they're stacked up there so we can put them back. But we always want to ask a client before we put our knee or our feet, even if we're wearing boot covers, which we always are inside of a home, ask them before we do that. They may opt themselves to try to move the bed, or they may say, don't worry about cleaning those windows, or they might say, of course, you need to get to those windows, that's just fine. So just another area where we want to make sure that we speak with the client before we just take the liberty of stepping on their bed or their counter or other things of that nature.